How you doing?
Fantastic. How about you?
Good, good. Nice to see you again.
See you again too. How you doing? Doing your thing. See you doing your thing. The married is out there.
I haven't seen it yet. It looks nice, huh? I said it looks nice, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Give Pine Bluff a little bit of hope.
Yeah, see, what's that, the pickleball court?
Pickleball, fitness area. Nice little addition. Been a long time coming. Hey, how you doing?
Whoa, 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 it's me. And you thrill me. You make my head go round and round. And all of my love come down. Come on, work with me, Annie.
Work with me, Annie.
Come on now, work with me, Annie.
Work with me, Annie.
Come on, work with me, Annie.
Work with me, Annie.
Work with me, Annie.
Work with me, Annie.
Work with me, Annie. Let's get it wild and get this good German boy. I see Joe.
I like it. Thank you, thank you.
Do it again, Bob.
Well, I hope that is good because Janice and I were both went downtown Friday to try to see what all we were doing.
Yeah. Hey, E,
Hey.
how you doing? Before I get all here and there, okay? Facebook
So we
famous.
are live right now.
All right.
I gotta get two things going. One for the viewers and one for the paper.
All right.
All right. For the record, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us about what's going on this afternoon.
So I am Jimmy Cunningham. I am the Director of Tourism Development with the Pine Bluff Advertising and Promotion Commission. I'm also the Executive Director of the Delta Rhythm and Bayous Alliance. And after much toil and sweat, we have arrived at a point in time that I couldn't wait for. We are now at the grand opening of the Delta Rhythm and Bayous Blues and Wellness Plaza. This is the first installation of several that we'll have in the cultural district here in Pine Bluff. And this is a combination of a site that honors the blues, those greats from Pine Bluff all the way to Indianola, Mississippi. But it also gives folks here in Pine Bluff an opportunity to kick back, enjoy, engage in recreation, bond socially, and take advantage of the amenities in this park. This is the only workout park in the city. And so we're just real excited about the possibilities here. We're right in downtown Pine Bluff, and we couldn't ask for a better spot to do this.
Look, I feel like I've been on this journey with you. I've been documenting the ups and the downs, the trials and tribulations. And like you said, we have finally made it. So tell me what this means to the community.
Well, this is validation. This is our legacy. This is our story being told. Music, and particularly blues, has been such an integral part of who we are. It has helped us in the cotton fields. It's helped us in manufacturing and in industry as we've worked and toiled through the week and then gone to the juke joints on Saturday nights and tried to get it back together and restore ourselves. We have created a legacy in this country and contributed in ways that have redefined American music. So when we celebrate the blues and celebrate the music here, we're celebrating the best in us. And so this is our gift, not only to Arkansas, but to the country and to the world.
Okay, and if you want to say anything to the viewers who are watching, there's a camera. I'm going to give you the mic, and it's all you.
Y'all better get down here. Y'all better enjoy yourselves because we are doing it up live. I'm telling you what. Throughout the year, you're going to be at this pickleball court. You're going to be at this checkers court. You're going to be seeing all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to tell you, you need to step up and meet me on the ping pong table because I bring heat and I bring it for real. So come on here. We'll be having concerts and other kinds of things. And I'm going to tell you something else. This is just the beginning because this is only a small part of a bigger footprint that we got as we build this bad boy out. So Pine Bluff is creating a machine. It's going to be looked at not just by the state, not just by the country, but by the world. When they think of the blues, they're not just going to think of Memphis. They're not just going to think of Clarksdale. They're not just going to think of New Orleans, but get ready to add Pine Bluff on that moving train. We going somewhere, y'all, and it's good.
Well, y'all heard it from the man himself. So if you're not here, you better get here. You got time. Come on out. We're on the corner of 3rd in between Main and State Street. This is E signing out with the Pine Bluff commercial.
Hey, the blues is all right.
How you doing? I told Ms. Cunningham this has been a long time coming. Okay. Thank you. Hey.
My mama told me this end would surely come, but I wouldn't listen to her, said that I had some fun. I must have did somebody wrong.
All right, so we're gonna. No, we're not. We're gonna stay on.
Check 1, 2.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
I see I'm being paged. I got to get over here.
Can you do a on-camera interview?
Absolutely.
Okay, come on. Let's go over here. All right. So we are live.
Okay.
So for the record, go ahead and introduce who you are and your affiliation.
Sure. I'm Barbara Dunn. I'm the executive director for the Pine Bluff Convention Center. I'm here today with the Chairman's Club representing in our red coats for the ribbon cutting.
Tell me how great this type of endeavor is for the community.
This is very exciting. It's very rewarding for the community. It just put another layer, on top of entertainment and for our community to come out and enjoy. It's all about family and community, and we're just excited.
What do you look forward most about this park?
Well, one thing, like I mentioned, is very family oriented, and it gives more for families to do and come out. And, with the convention center, we're bringing more events there. So they will have more to do. So they leave the convention center for that event, and then they can come downtown to this amazing event. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. Anything else you want to say to our viewers?
No, just come on out and check it out because it is absolutely beautiful, and it's a beautiful day to come out.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. You're welcome.
You want that,
I'll be back in the next 6 months.
Alderman Lockett.
Hey, what got get one of them t-shirts there? He sleeps here and read people. I gotta give me one of them back.
You know,
No, I want one of them.
Alderman Lockett, can I interview you real quick?
You can.
Come on up here for me. Come closer. We gonna stand right here. We're live right here on Pine Bluff Commercial.
Right here?
Yep. And make sure you're in frame. I'm a one-woman show. Hold on. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So for the record, go ahead and introduce yourself and your affiliation to this lovely city of Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Okay, I'm Bruce Lockett, 4th Ward Alderman on the Pine Bluff City Council.
Like I told Mr. Cunningham, I feel like I've been on this journey with him. I've covered the trials and tribulations, the ups and downs. And you were one of the aldermen that really pushed for this endeavor. Tell me how it feels to see it come to fruition.
Oh, I'm real elated to see something that we talked about, and it really comes to fruition with the city dollars and with the cooperation of A&P, the Economic and Community Development Department, the Delta Rhythm and Blues Alliance, UAPB, and the art students. It's been a labor and a collaboration of a lot of entities and people. And this is what city government is all about. Just bringing people together to create something that we all can enjoy.
What are you looking forward to most as far as some of the activities that can be held or hosted at this park?
Well, we got about 3 or 4 chessboards, 2 ping pong, we got pickleball, and I'm just looking forward to the community being creative to come up with different kind of tournaments and different kind of activities that will bring people downtown.
All right. Anything else you'd like to say to our viewers who are watching?
Well, this is your tax dollars at work.
All right. Thank you so much. Hey, can I interview you? Sure. Yes. Let's go over here by this. Go back. Oh, no.
Okay, I can.
Go over here. I'll move it. Okay. Yep. Okay. It's okay. All right. For the record, go ahead and introduce yourself and your affiliation to this lovely community of Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Okay. Hi, my name is Joni Alexander Robinson, born and raised Pine Bluffian. I'm also the former council member for Ward 1, which is where we're located downtown today.
And that's why I wanted to interview you, because I've told Mr. Cunningham, I feel like I've been through the journey with y'all. I've covered the ups and downs, the good and the bad, and you were one of the alder persons who really vouched to see this happen. How does it feel to finally see what you fought hard for come to fruition?
I think I want to commend the organization more so than anything, because you can actually see where the money has went towards, and it didn't happen. It didn't take a long time. you even saw construction going on, and its quality is nice. Is what they said it was going to be, and so I'm just excited about that.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to say to our viewers who are watching live Pine Bluff commercial?
No, it looks good down here. If you're free, stop by, and I'm excited that something we supported came to fruition.
Okay, and that is former Alderwoman Joni Alexander. Hey, how you doing? Hi.
Right there, see that lady with the long hair? That's Karen Wolf. She's a blues singer. She got one. She's featured in one of these.
She's sitting down?
No, she's shaking hands. See what?
Oh, I see her. I see her. Okay.
The camera, I think he's with her.
Okay, got you.
Hi. I'm coming.
Miss Karen, I'll interview you, please.
You most certainly.
Okay, come. Let's put you in the shade. I'm gonna put you right here, right here. And I'm gonna turn the camera around. There we go. That sun hitting just right on that face. There we go. There we go. All right, for the record, go ahead and introduce yourself and your affiliation.
Hello, everybody. I am Karen Wolf. I am a native of Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I am here today for the unveiling of my banner, a banner of myself, along with 18 other blues artists. And I am just elated and so happy to be here and to be a part of this culture and to be a part of this great gala that's going on today.
That's what I was just about to say. I heard it through the grapevine that you were one of the honorees. Tell me what that means to you to get your flowers while you can still smell them.
Oh my God, it is such an honor. It's overwhelmingly wonderful. If anybody would have told me that I would be doing this or be here in this particular spot 10 years ago, maybe 15, 20 years ago, I would have told them, y'all are not telling the truth. That's y'all not talking about me. So, but to be here and to be honored and to be able to smell my flowers while I can, it is just a godly blessing. It's a blessing.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot. Can you give us a little me, ooh, ooh, ooh?
Well, I have a song, my hit song, as they call it, that's out. It's called "If You're Man Enough to Leave, I'm Woman Enough to Let You Go."
Come on,
and it goes a little like this. You must have woke up on the wrong side of the bed today, 'cause you've been talking to me any old kind of way. All of a sudden my eggs ain't scrambled right, and everything I say, it starts a fight. You keep threatening to go, and I don't know why, but every time you do, I ain't gonna cry. 'Cause any man can pay a power bill. So go on where you're going, if that's the way you feel. 'Cause if you're man enough to leave, I'll be woman enough to let you go.
Okay, that sounds like that's gonna be the anthem for these women who are fed up.
It is. It is exactly that. It is a woman's national anthem.
Well, thank you so much and congratulations on your honor.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you go get it. You gonna get us.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing, love?
Excuse me.
they're gonna do it. I don't. They may move the podium, but the podium was gonna be right there.
Okay. I was just about to ask, where are y'all gonna do everything at?
Let me ask Sherry, cause
is she here? Oh, there she is.
there she is right there. I think they get ready.
Excuse me. Can we have everyone come to the pickleball course? We're getting ready to start the program. Get everybody to come towards the pickleball.
That's you back there in the corner. You like him over there.
Right here to the center.
Mayor Flowers. Hi. I'll interview you afterwards since we're about to get started.
And also, can I get the red coats? Come on to the podium.
Hi. Ma'am. Put it here. Excuse me.
How you doing?
Good, how are y'all?
Don't be coming over in my way. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Well, see, I need my hands to be free.
Over here. He's over here. I got my sneakers to run for you. It's all right.
Hey, where are you going?
20 minutes.
Andre, what's your last name?
I'm fine. Stray, I'm gonna use your pictures, okay?
Okay.
No, I'm gonna keep this right here. I'm sorry, man. Chief.
All right. So I am going to, I've been given a lot more time. I promise you I'm not going to take all of it though. So I have some very brief welcome remarks, and then I'm going to tell a little bitty story. So it is my absolute pleasure and with great excitement and anticipation of everything that is to come in the great and historic city of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, that we come together around the grand opening of the Delta Rhythm and Bayous Blues and Wellness Plaza. Yes. So I want to wish you a good afternoon on this beautiful, beautiful Friday afternoon. Someone just told me that I must be doing something right with this weather looking like this. And I would tend to agree that we are doing a lot of things right. Yes. So today we celebrate more than the opening of the Delta Rhythm and Bayous Blues and Wellness Plaza. We celebrate the spirit, the creativity, and resilience of the Arkansas Delta, and the people whose voices helped shape the soundtrack of the entire world. As we close out the 100th observance of Black History Month, this moment reminds us that Delta music is Black history, American history, and global culture history intertwined. From the bayous and the fields of this region came rhythms born from faith, perseverance, and storytelling. Rhythms that evolved into blues, gospel, jazz, rock, hip hop, and beyond. This plaza represents phase one, just phase one, of a bold vision, one that preserves our culture, our cultural heritage, while advancing tourism, advancing Pine Bluff as a true destination, our economic development, and our community's wellness. It will serve as a gathering place where residents and visitors alike can experience art, music, history in a living, interactive way. Pine Bluff is so proud to honor the generations who carried these traditions forward and the artists who continue to shape them today. We invite the nation and the world to experience our story, our culture, and our future. Now, just like we sort of experience and have experienced over the years, when mama prepares dinner and we come home and we think it just appears, that meal didn't just appear. It took some money to work for. Then you had to go to the grocery store and get them. Then you had to put the food up. And then you had to plan your meals. Then you had to prep the food. Then you had to cook the food. Then you had to prepare the table. That is not unlike what has happened here today. This story of this meal began with one person I'm going to call the MVP, even though all of this has happened because of so many people, so many hands that have prepared this beautiful and delicious meal of an event today. But I'm not going to say Mama, Daddy cooked this meal. And that is Mr. Jimmy Cunningham. I would be remiss. Yeah, you're not going to stand in your way. You're going to come right over here with me. So the story I have to tell you, and then I'm going to close my welcome remarks with this story. I don't even know how many years ago. How many years ago was it?
9 to 10.
Has it been that long?
Yeah. 16, 17.
Okay, yeah. It was in 2015. It was in my first term when I was serving in the House. And at the last minute, somebody called me and asked me if I was coming to this meeting because Jimmy Cunningham was home and he was doing a presentation. And y'all, I was tired. It was a Saturday afternoon. I was already at the house, but I said, let me go and go over here. I went over there and my mind was blown. For over 2 hours, Jimmy Cunningham shared the music and the cultural history that came out of Pine Bluff that changed the world. And with that, he highlighted Bayou Bartholomew. I was a state representative. I had no idea that Bayou Bartholomew was the longest bayou in the entire world. And he talked about the history and the culture that evolved out of the enslavement of Black people, out of Native Americans who preceded everybody here, and how that evolved into Pine Bluff, Arkansas's Bayou Bartholomew today. He talked about the different families and the different artists who performed here, who came from here, and how all of that could inform our culture today and elevate our economy, elevate Pine Bluff as a true destination. Now that was, 11 years ago? Now, I was so excited. I mean, I cried and I said, you have to come to my house. And we went right around the corner down there on 5th Avenue and sat around my dining room table. And he came with his brother. And I said, now, how are you going to make all this happen? He said, whoa, I live in Nashville. I just brought this here for you all. He thought he brought this here for us to prepare and cook. And I said, no, you have to come home. Nobody can do this but you. You have to come home. And to make a really long story a little bit shorter, here we are today. And y'all, this is just phase 1. And this is not the only thing that defines the growth and the beauty and the resilience of this great and historic city. There are so many other things for us to do, so many other people who we've already worked with, who we have yet to work with, so that what we can't even fathom here, in 5 and 10 and 15 and 20 years, this city will be beautifully unrecognizable. So I am so happy to have been here to welcome all of you. Someone else is going to come here and recognize dignitaries, but I would also be remiss if I did not recognize in the back who is here, our great State Senator Stephanie Flowers, and Representative Glenn Barnes, if you'll hold your hand up. And I think I saw, yes I do see, Glenn Brown Jr. and Glenn Brown Sr., former city council, and of course our current city council member. Are there any other city council members?
Bruce Lockett.
Bruce Lockett, Councilman Bruce Lockett, and Councilwoman Tisha Brunson. I believe that's all who are here. So they have been a part of this great work and making sure that it got funded and the resources that came from the city were provided. So there's a lot more work to do and a lot more good times to have. Thank you all so very much. And I'm still 7 minutes before I was due to stop talking. Well, if you know me,
One last thing.
I did bring my pickleball racket and ball, and we're gonna do a little pickleball today, so y'all don't see me embarrass myself.
And she's in her tennis shoes, so she's ready as well. I was going to say, if you know me, you know I will not take up those additional 7 minutes because I like to say what I need to say and then let the real stars take the stage. My name is Sherry Story, and I am the Executive Director for the Pine Bluff Advertising and Promotion Commission. As Mayor Flowers said, welcome to the grand opening of the Delta Rhythm and Bayous Blues and Wellness Plaza. This is history in the making and the first step toward building the largest outdoor gallery dedicated to Delta music and culture in the nation. Whether you've traveled from across the country, across the state, or just across town, welcome home to Pine Bluff. Now it is my privilege to introduce some very special guests who have joined us for this historic occasion. I will echo some of the names that Mayor Flowers mentioned. I would like to begin by acknowledging members of the Arkansas State Legislature, Senator Stephanie Flowers, Representative Ken Ferguson, and Representative Glenn Barnes. I would also like to recognize any county leadership that we may have here. Do we have the county judge or anyone from the Jefferson County Quorum Court? If so, raise your hand and be acknowledged. Thank you for being here. We would also like to welcome the Arkansas State Conference NAACP Vice President Marie Hollowell. Thank you for being here. And the Pine Bluff Branch NAACP President Robert Treadwell. We want to thank our city leadership, starting with Mayor Vivian Flowers, and all of our Pine Bluff City Council members. Please welcome, I know Glenn Graham Jr. is here, Bruce Lockett, and Letitia Brunson. Have I missed any others? I'm mentioning you in a different part. It's you. So we all know community isn't found, it's created. This truth was evident in the steady turnout at our weekly meetings over the past 2 years across this project, programming events, city development, and constructive discussions. I want to recognize the dedicated city staff, departmental leadership, and community leaders who have contributed so much. These meetings continue. Now they're bi-weekly, thank goodness. Yet they reflect a shared goal, building a stronger Pine Bluff. I'd like to thank Lori Walker-Galacci, Director for Economic and Community Development, Larry Matthews, Public Works Director, Michael Gilliard, Public Works and Housing Coordinator, Prudy Holman, Director for Parks and Recreation, Ryan Geiger, Assistant Director for Parks and Recreation, Angelisa Henry, Executive Director for the Pine Bluff Downtown Development, and also Kathleen Mayeska, who is the Sanger Theater Consultant, but joined us every week with valuable input on how we can make Pine Bluff better. Trudy Reedus, thank you so much for all of the input you also provided while you were attending those meetings. And of course, Ron Woods, President and CEO of Woods Group Architects, who designed this beautiful plaza. We would be remiss if we did not recognize our former city council members who strongly supported the concept and funding for this initiative. Glenn Brown Sr., Joni Alexander Robinson, and Ivan Whitfield. We gratefully acknowledge the National Heritage Trails Task Force, created with City Council's endorsement, to explore how our city can be recognized for its significant historical and cultural assets tied to nationally and regionally recognized trails and dedications. Dr. Janice Cook, who was the first chair of the task force, Teresa Harrell Orso, who probably serves on every committee in Pine Bluff. Everybody knows Teresa. Obafemi Moss, Kwaizi Galladay, Dr. John House, Mary Ann Lee, Trenton Powell, Ricky Williams, and our former members Lynette Bloomberg and Caleb Olamuffin. We are extremely grateful for the partnership we have formed with the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. With broad participation from university leadership, faculty, and students, this alliance strengthens our entire community. Thank you to Dr. Anthony Graham, Vice Chancellor of Institutional Advancement, George Cotton, and Karen DeJarnette, Associate Professor and Chair for the Department of Art and Design. At this time, I would like to invite Karen to the podium to discuss the artwork contributed by the Art Department and students to this project.
Thank you, Sherry. I would like to just thank all of you for being here this morning. I'd love to offer a great thanks to the Pine Bluff Advertising and Promotion Commission for engaging the UAPB Department of Art and Design in having this wonderful opportunity. Where in the world would we get an opportunity to work on a brand new wall like this? 120 feet long, 12 feet tall. It was a challenge, but it was an exhilarating challenge. If you look to my left, you see the first that I've ever seen of this type of artwork. It is a public restroom building that has been creatively transformed into a really cool juke joint. I don't think you'll find that just anywhere. I would like to acknowledge some of the UAPB participants. We had over 40 of the UAPB family members involved in this project, starting with our Vice Chancellor, George Cotton, who raised funds with us for materials and supplies that were used to support this mural. We have had lots of opportunities to work in outdoor classrooms, which has been just a real privilege for our department. But this is the largest one, and it's taken us 12 months. We started a year ago, early March of last year, and we painted up until about 3 days ago. So it's been a long project off and on in 100-degree weather, 30-degree weather, horrible rainstorms. Our faculty, students, and even some visiting artists, some who are here today, stuck it out, and we have this beautiful artwork here to show for it. And I just think this project is such a wonderful addition to our Main Street, and we feel really honored to have been a part of it. So thank all of you.
And I would also like to thank Joshua Sante, who was the project manager for the mural and the faux juke joint, the restrooms. Thank you, Joshua. I would now like to express a very sincere, heartfelt appreciation for two extraordinary people, our friends and collaborators who first believed in harnessing the power of Pine Bluff's musical and cultural heritage, Dr. Lenore Schultz and William Bill Moss. Simply stated, we would not be standing here today if A&P did not heed the foresight of Bill Moss and Dr. Schultz in 2018 to reorganize, curate, and promote our history and heritage. Coincidentally, we're holding this grand opening of the iconic Plaza on the same week we attended the Arkansas Governor's Conference on Tourism. Tourism is the second leading industry in the state, and in 2024 generated $10.3 billion in visitor spending. Jefferson County alone generated $161 million in visitor spending. During the conference, we had meetings with our tourism industry partners to discuss the development of the Arkansas Music Trails, who we have representatives here today, and partnering on motor coach tours around the state. Our staff will also have the opportunity in May to share Pine Bluff's story to a room full of travel writers from across the nation, helping to amplify our narrative. We are deeply grateful to our A&P commissioners whose clarity of vision and recognition of the work we undertake to develop and promote our tourism assets inspire unwavering confidence. Their support extends beyond words, having provided the early stage funding that enabled this project. They are informed, involved, and essential to every facet of our work. Our commissioners are Glenn Brown Jr., Councilmember Glenn Brown Jr., Councilmember Lloyd Holcomb Jr., David Knott, Carla Bryant, and Renita Harper. Thank you for believing in us and seeing the big picture. Some of the early funding provided by A&P was for the services of Kuandache, who just so happens to be a world-renowned award-winning architect. Jimmy and I started meeting with Kuandache in 2019 with some ideas of a few walks and trails in the area. Kuandache helped us realize the potential of what Pine Bluff has to offer and helped us develop the plans for the entire Delta Rhythm and Bayous Cultural District. Thank you, Kuandache. I must take a moment to acknowledge my incredible staff, Betty Brown. You all know to know Betty is to love Betty. Jimmy Cunningham, who needs no introduction, and Michael McCrae, the newest member to the A&P staff. Their commitment, dedication, and passion for what we do set the standard for excellence. We are more than co-workers, we are family, and together we continually rise to meet our goals. We also want to acknowledge the media representatives who are here to share this story with Arkansas and the nation. Thank you for helping us tell the story of Pine Bluff's cultural renaissance. And finally, most important guests of all, the people of Pine Bluff and all who have traveled here to celebrate with us. This plaza is for you. It was built by you, and it honors the heritage that belongs to all of us. Thank you for being here.
Now, can we get the A&P staff, Jimmy Cunningham and the mayor, and then also the red coats to come up front? We're going to do the ribbon cutting.
Oh, he's back here, right here.
Come on up here, Jimmy. Come up front.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Pine Bluff Regional Chamber of Commerce Chairman's Club, otherwise known as the Red Coats, we thank you so very much for inviting us to this historic event. We appreciate the countless hours and collaborative efforts that have gone towards bringing the Delta, Rhythm, and Bayou Blues and Wellness Plaza to fruition. We know that the impact will spread far beyond our community, but throughout this country. So welcome and thank you again. We appreciate you. On the count of 3, we'll cut the ribbon. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
Hang on, but wait, there's more. There's more. We now have a few words from none other than Jimmy Catfish Cunningham himself to talk about the history and recognize the other artists that are represented. Jimmy, if you could come up front.
Good morning, my beloved Pine Bluff. Yeah, how y'all doing this morning? It was afternoon. That's right, that's right, that's right. So I'd like to give a few comments and acknowledgments and move us right along. We've heard a lot about the development of this, and I want to sort of send shout outs to those that deserve it, those that you may not know. These ideas developed some time ago. I sat down and thought about this and read about some things, and then I began a series of discussions. And easily, this person could have said no, could have said, I'm tired of you talking about this, or I don't want to hear it anymore, or or you need to get somewhere and just sit down. But she didn't. She kept encouraging me and pushing me and telling me to go on and do this because it's in you. And so I'd like to first acknowledge my wife, the other half of the Cunningham duo, Miss Alicia Yvette O'Neill Cunningham. When we were courting, I remember I used to buy you pig feet when I would make a mistake. Of a pig foot, and it was okay. And then also, I bring to your presence here my family, who is not all here, but they are part of the ancestral realm, and some of them are also here in the midst. And I couldn't do this without acknowledging them. When you think about it, there's a passage in the Bible where a young Timothy is tired of fooling with church folks. And Paul, this great sage and seasoned preacher, says to him to pick him up. He said, when I call to remembrance the unfeigned faith that was in thy grandmother Lois and thy mother Eunice, I'm reminded that it's in you also. Therefore, stir up the gift that is in thee.
Come on, Pastor.
The ancestors have deposited things in me that I am obligated to get out of my system. I have stirred up a gift that they put in there. And I've done it because people around me have helped in this process. Some of the people that have been key to this, I could not have been anywhere in this process had it not been for the Pine Bluff Advertising and Promotion Commission, and specifically people like Sherry Story and Betty Brown, who were part of the core of the Dream Team, later adding Michael McCrae. I want that Dream Team to be acknowledged because there's no way we would have done this without them. And then I want to give a big shout out to the Creator, because all things do work together for good. And this is the gumbo scripture, because you can put things in that gumbo and fix it up. It'll be forgiven in there. You won't even know it got lost. Sometimes you make some mistakes, but you can go back and with a spoon and with some seasoning and with some extra chicken and maybe some sausage, you can fix the mistake. And so all things have worked together and they all somehow got me here. The mayor mentioned that I was out of town and then I was talking about doing something and then giving the idea to Pine Bluff and going on back home. I was in for years Ohio and in Nashville. And I want to share something with you. One night I was driving down the street in Ohio. And there was it was late and nobody else was on the street. I passed by this car that was quite unassuming. It was just going down the road. I might have been going about 5 miles per hour faster. We both got to the stoplight. And I looked at him and he looked at me. And then in a split second, he bolted. When the green light hit, he was just a blur. He bolted in that unassuming car. You see, what I didn't know was, I didn't realize what he had under the hood. Sometimes you can assume something, but you really don't know until you see them activate. You don't know what's under the hood. As I began to do research on my beloved Pine Bluff in Ohio and Nashville, I started to discover things about music and civil rights and Civil War and the Underground Railroad and the Trail of Tears. These were things I didn't know anything about, even though I grew up in a healthy community. But somehow these pieces of information had been separated from me, and I didn't know what was under the hood of my own city. I continued to find this information out, and one fact led me to another, and before I knew it, I was in a rabbit hole, swimming in information, trying to find the end, but it's like searching to the end of the internet. Pine Bluff's history just goes on and on and on. And so I came up with this idea. I said, Lord have mercy, I gotta put this stuff in a book. Let me just put it in a book, maybe that'll get it out. And so I did one book, and then that wasn't enough. And then we did another book, and then somehow that wasn't enough. And then I began to talk with people here locally, and I said, we got to do something about this history, this heritage. We have Blues Music Award winners. We have Blues Hall of Fame winners. We have Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. We have folks from every background that have all contributed in some powerful ways. Well, we were able, fortunately, to tell that story. And when we got here, we really didn't know. You know, my folks had gotten sick, my mother had passed, my father-in-law had become sick, and we moved back here. And so the idea that I had shared with Mayor Flowers, the idea that I was passing along, if you'll allow me to use a football metaphor, I had, at that meeting at her house, I had dropped back in the pocket. I was on the football field. I looked out at the field and I took the ball and zipped the pass all the way down. What I didn't realize was that by the time I got to move back to Pine Bluff, God had put me in a position and I was catching the ball that I had even thrown. As we began to tell this story and build this out and get support, I have to, of all of the entities, and there have been lots of folks back and forth that helped me along the way, but I want to single out one group of folks, and that is the grassroots. These ain't the folks with a bunch of titles, and these ain't the folks with a bunch of positions, but we needed support of people to go to the city council and say, we want this project. We believe in this project. We didn't start out with all of the money. We didn't start out with all of the advantages. And I will tell you the truth. Frederick Douglass said, if there's no struggle, there's no progress, and there was struggle in this. We didn't get here easy. There were people who put their political lives out there on the line to help us. The grassroots did it. The NAACP came to our rescue and helped under the leadership of Ivan Whitfield and Alvin King and Michael McCrae and so many others in that organization. Yes, Brother Jihad Muhammad and Dr. Mary Liddell and so many that came to our rescue, came out to the city council meetings. In many ways, we are a metaphor for the rest of the Delta. We started out with no money, we started out with no position, but we had more horses under the hood than what they thought. Pine Bluff is moving up, and folks don't even know it because, yes, we're unassuming, but they have no idea how much rich history is here and how many horses we got under the hood. If you don't think that's the case, we just was on, what's that show from last night? Sister Mustafa made it on their American Idol. If you don't think we ain't got horses under the hood, you didn't see American Idol this week. If you don't think we got horses under the hood, we got a Grammy Award last week for the best progressive R&B artist who was from Pine Bluff. If you don't believe we got horses under the hood, Bobby Rush was nominated for a 4th Grammy with roots in Pine Bluff. Don't you sell yourself cheap and think you in a hoopty here in Pine Bluff. You got horses under the hood. And so today, we were able to influence through struggle $2 million that came in this direction for this project. You will see, and today you will have an opportunity to put your best foot forward at the ping pong table. You'll be able to go over here and play a bit of chess, checkers, while even some of you with your Arthur condition can jump up on top of that children's play piece over there, or you can even do the pickleball and the workout equipment over there. But all of this is just the beginning. It is phase one. Now, we've been underestimated, and there are some that have said, well, I don't think they're going to raise enough money. Because I want to bring this up, because one of the things that we said to the city council was that, yes, we're going to work to bring additional dollars so we can build this out. We're going to leverage the $2 million that you gave us and continue to build. Well, 3 or 4 months ago, we got $500,000 from the TAP grant with the state of Arkansas. Yesterday, we were informed that we got a grant that I can't announce until next month. But I will tell you this, 25 entities across the country got awarded this grant, and 900 applied across the country. Don't tell me we ain't got no horses under the hood. Not only that, but 2 weeks ago, we were involved in discussions with the nation's largest funder in the country in arts. This is the third conversation they've had. You can't approach them to get the money. They got to find out about you. Somebody told them there's something under that hood. And then they went on and looked us up. And they said, we want to provide funding for you from the nation's largest arts foundation. 2 weeks ago, we've had several conversations with them, one of which included Bobby Rush and Bill Ferris. We had 2 Grammy Award winners advocating. Don't tell me we ain't got no power under the hood. When we want to bring it, we can bring it. So that the next phase of this, what else is up under the hood, you say? Well, this whole area, the plan is for this to be encompassed in facades so that we are enclosed, almost as though we were in the Coliseum. Yes, beautiful gallery that goes along here. And then over on the other side, just diagonal to here in that parking lot, our goal is to build out a music area for staging and for additional interpretive areas. Across the street is the unassuming Old Miller Theater. That is a black vaudeville theater built in 1911 that had greats that went through there. We're going to build that out as well. So as we talk about the possibilities, we're talking about all of the engine power that we have in this town. Don't let nobody tell you we are less than. We are more than. We are more than conquerors. We are more than a hoop. And we're going to show the world. We are so glad to have individuals that we're honoring on these poles that we have just installed. These banners, 19 of them, are representative of people from the area, from Pine Bluff all the way to Indianola, Mississippi. So the folks on the mural, the folks on the banners, there are 19 now, there are 19 more coming, and then several individuals all around. But I want to tell you, the folks that got up on here, our criteria, we had criteria. They didn't just appear. Because if they just appeared, you could have come up here and said your cousin Ned needs to be up there. And we would have had to put Ned up. And we don't have room for everybody. So the criteria included inclusion in these banners. You had to have one, a body of blues or R&B. That was the baseline. And then 3 other categories. You had to get one or the other. A significant regional or national award, a Hall of Fame induction in blues or rhythm and blues, or a song rated in a national music chart. I'm going to read off the names of the individuals, and there are some people here who are honored and they are with us. And if I call your name and you are here or your family member is here, I'd like for you to come here and for 1 minute just give us a good feeling and a good send-off. These banner awardees include Joshua Altimer, Mamie Galore, Jay Blackfoot, Louis Shelton. I know the family of Tail Dragger Jones is here out of Altimer, Arkansas, and I'm going to ask Mary if she'll come. Tail Dragger would appear on numerous documentaries and movies, and he has just been an incredible artist. He just passed, I believe, 2 years ago, but he was one of the last living legends of blues in Chicago, and his family is represented here. Mary, I'll give you a quick shot.
Hello. I'm Mary. But I am one of the daughters of James Nancy Jones, aka Tail Dragger. He was born and raised in Altimer, Arkansas, but his nickname was JY, if any of you remember him. Well, my dad passed in September of 23. And he had a big birthday celebration every year in Chicago. So after he passed, I decided to bring it back home to his hometown. So our celebration this year will be October 24th in Altimer, Arkansas at Bayous Park. So we look forward to seeing everybody. This will be our third annual celebration. Do I have any questions? No questions.
Thank you, Mary. We appreciate you. Tail Dragger's family. In addition to that, George Jackson from Indianola, Mississippi. Eden Brent from Greenville, Mississippi. Anybody here from the family of Calvin Levy from Scott, Arkansas? Y'all might remember the song Cummins Prison Farm. Yes. And also, live with us, kicking and still playing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Detroit Johnny.
Come on, Johnny.
I ain't got much education and I don't know much to talk about. One thing I do know is when I sing the blues, you pat your foot before you go. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about.
We also have here one of Port City Blues Society's finest, one of the folks that's in the Mississippi Blues Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Jerry McCoy.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. I'd just like to say I'm overwhelmed by this honor, and I feel there are so many other people that deserve this more than I do. But I want to thank Pine Bluff from the bottom of my heart. It's always been a town that has been dear to me since I was a child. I live in Star City. I'm from Star City, but I always looked forward to coming to Pine Bluff when I was a kid. I love this town. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Jerry. Oh boy, what a great day, what a great day. And don't you just feel like you're in a Southern soul party mood kind of thing? Well, with that said, I'm going to introduce the queen of soul blues from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, ladies and gentlemen, Alabama Blues Hall of Fame, Miss Karen Wolf.
Yeah, baby.
I want my family to come up right quick if y'all don't mind. I know y'all videoing and all that, but I want all of my Pine Bluff family and my wonderful husband, y'all come up and stand beside me because y'all made this happen just as well as all of my fans, friends, family. Listen, I'm 20 years in the game. Don't let the smooth things fool you now. I ain't no young spring chicken either. I might look like one, but I'm not. Listen, 20 years in the game, sang background for the late great Denise LaSalle. She was also my sister-in-law. And I tell y'all, if anybody had told me that I would be here in this spot 20 years ago, I would have told them they had to be losing their mind. A little old girl from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, would be here today. I want to thank all of y'all. I want to thank Pine Bluff, Arkansas from the bottom of my heart. And I want to thank all of my family up here, my daughter, my granddaughter, my son-in-law, my husband, my brother, my sister, my brother-in-law, my niece, and my big sister. Thank y'all so much for the privilege of standing right here in this spot today. And I promise you, I'll never let you down. I'm going to keep on singing the blues. Oh, Jimmy done walked off. I ain't that long-winded. I don't talk that much.
Hey, Ellen. Good to see you.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, Guitar Slim from Lake Village is honored. Queen Sylvia Embry from Wabaseka. Joe Jackson, the patriarch of the Jackson Five from Fountain Hill, Arkansas, just down the way. And right over here to my left, at the ping pong table, is the one and only Mr. Joe Pitts. Come on up here, Joe, from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Born and bred right here. Vocalist, blues guitarist. Come on, bring it, Joe.
You know, growing up as a kid out in the Watson Chapel area, about 100 years ago, I guess now, I never would have thought that we would have something this great. You know, all I can say is I've been a million miles. I've played all over the world. I've been so blessed. But it's always good to come home to Pine Bluff, where we're always greeted with a smile. Thank y'all. We'll keep playing the blues for you. God bless.
In addition to that, Sam Cook, whose first professional performance was here in Pine Bluff at the Merrill High School Auditorium. Number 18, Vernon Garrett. Some of y'all remember the song Crossroads. And finally, Mr. Lenny Williams, who grew up summers here in Pine Bluff. Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that does it for me. Get your shoes on, rev up, and get ready. Take whatever little energy pill you need, get you some Red Bull, because we get ready to do some fun stuff here in a second. So Sherry or Michael, I'm going to turn this back over to you and let you take the beat on.
We've already had Riverton, so that's about it, guys. We got hot catfish, good food. Portion of Blues Society is about to start bringing some good blues music.
Thank you.
Listen to everybody on Power 92. Oh, and tonight is still Catfish Blues Friday. And so who got this tonight?
Anissa Hampton is coming. She's coming back for a second show. She was here last year, and boy, you gonna cut a chin tonight. She is all there. Come on down here, UAPB incubator. 6 o'clock to 7, we eat the catfish, and then from 7 to 9 is when the juke don't start.
All right. We want to thank everybody for coming in. All right.
Still, right?
They got back to my friend.
Bobby's on the bureau, but he's not on the 19th band.
All right, y'all ready to hear some blues?
That's Bobby Washington right now.
Going to Detroit, Michigan. Woman that can't take you. Going to Detroit, Michigan. a job on the Cadillac assembly line. Cars hooping and hollering up and down the Mississippi Road. Cars hooping and hollering, they're picking that nasty cotton. Don't hit me about that noise. I won't have to keep saying yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hi, Ted. How are you, love? How are you?
Going to Detroit, Michigan. Woman, I can't tell you. Going to Detroit. I'm going to get me a job on the Cadillac assembly line. I'm taking on down the G. Well, girl, if you'll be alright, keep your blue jeans zipped up tight. When I make my own check, I'm gonna push you on a Delta jet. Hey, hey, hey. I'm gonna sing for you, baby.
Thank you so much. That's Mr. Jerry McCoy.
Okay. Here we go. Black cat ball. 1, 2, 3.
I believe that my baby got a black cat bone. I believe that my baby got a black cat bone. Well, it seems like I'm on down to Dallas, Texas, and I'm on the way to Wichita, Ohio. Getting thinking about the big leg gal, better than you walking out. Hey, I believe my baby got a black cat on. But she's like everything that I'm doing. Hey, you know, I'm always doing it wrong. I'm always doing it wrong. Thank you so much.
All right, we're going to take you to the city of Chicago.
All right, y'all, this is E. Colvin with Pine Bluff Commercial. Thank you for joining us. It's a lovely day, so come on out and enjoy the festivities here on the corner of Main Street and 3rd Avenue, also known as Bobby Rush Way. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye.